very welcome to my channel. My name is Angelica. If you're new here, this is my Instagram. Feel free to follow me there. Today I wanted to do a video that I show you all of my spring palettes. I know it's a little confusing, but these are the palettes that I am going to reach for when it comes to spring. So spring is here, and I am that kind of person that switch out the makeup during the seasons. So when it's autumn, I go for a little more jewel tone, darker like reds and browns. And now when it's spring, I love to wear colors. I love to wear like fresh colors, like pastel shades. I'm like that. If you're not like that, that's totally fine. But I just want to show you my spring palettes that I am going to reach for this spring. And also this can be like inspiration to shop your stash. I mean, look through your collection and find some goodies that you want to use now when spring is here. So yeah, let's start, guys. Let's start with this palette. So this is the ColourPop Honey palette. So this is the yellow monochromatic palette from ColourPop. I think this is a perfect like spring palette. Now when you can see the sun again, I feel like this is a palette that I will reach for. I mean, I love yellow tones, and this is perfect to combine with other palettes because yellow is such a happy happy color, and I really love this shade. This I have used a lot. So this is a sunburst, and this is a shimmer. This is a light shimmer, and this I have used this so much in my inner corner when I do looks because I love a yellow in my inner corner. And also, I mean, this is a little bit darker and a little more mustardy, and this is like perfect. This is perfect to combine with like a brown neutral palette as well, but also like a red palette, or I mean, you can use this a lot, and I just think it's so cute, and I'm very happy when I look at this palette. I have filmed this look, by the way. If it's up, I will leave it up in the card. If it's not, yeah, you will see it soon on my channel. But it's with this Juvia's Place Nubian 3 Coral palette. This is how it looks. Absolutely stunning. And next up, I also have a monochromatic palette from ColourPop, and it's this Lilac You a Lot. I love this palette. This is one of my favorite. I think it is my favorite from ColourPop, and this is so pretty. It has this pastel vibe to it with a few colors here, and very light shimmers. I mean, these shimmers are so pretty, and you can also deepen up with a dark purple. But if you just take a look at these, isn't this spring? I mean, look at these colors. These are so pretty. I absolutely think this is a perfect spring palette. And these monochromatic palettes, as I said, you can combine with other palettes as well, because this is just purple. But I am in love with this palette, so I definitely think that is a perfect spring palette. Another one from Color. Should I take all the ColourPop now, or should I just throw in some others in between? Maybe I will throw in some others in between. Oh my god, what is this? Yeah, I'm gonna talk about this one. So this is from I Heart Revolution. I have a first impression on this. I have filmed a lot with these palettes, so I will try to leave a few up here in the card. Otherwise, I will try to remember to put them in the description box underneath. But this is the I Heart Revolution Sweet Tasty Peach palette, the mini one. Looks like this. It's such a cute palette, and for me this is definitely spring. I mean, you have these peachy red tones here, and you also have very glittery pinks and golds, and I just think that is like a perfect for spring, in my opinion anyway, because I love peaches, I love pinks, and I think that is like a very happy color scheme, and it makes me happy when I see this, and I actually really like this, and it's a very good quality, I think. And these glittery shades here are very sparkly. It has a lot of mini glitter in them, but they are very easy to use actually, so I am happy I have this, and it's so small, perfect to have in your bag if you just want to touch up during the day. And the other one is the avocado one. So this is I Heart Revolution mini sweet tasty avocado palette, and this is how this looks. And I think this represents spring as well, because you have this green grass here. You don't, I mean, you have a lot of light colors, but you also have darker colors to deepen up with. But I just think this also is, look at that. That is like grass green glitter thing. Very, very pretty anyway. And you can also do very nice looks with this one. And I definitely think this one also represents spring a little bit, you know, with the greens and all that. And yeah, very cute palette. Gonna reach for this one as well when it comes to greens. Next up, we have the ultimate spring palette, I would say, in my opinion. I think this is the most spring palette I have here, and it's the Sweet Talk from ColourPop. Of course, this is going to be a spring palette. You can see this is, I mean, look at the packaging. It's just spring all over this palette. I mean, these peachy, pinky shades and corally shades, and you have like a deep burgundy red one here, and you have this one is a Super Shock shadow. This is amazing. It's such, I have just swatched the shimmers here. I noticed, but look at that. It's so sparkly and glittery, super beautiful. I love this color here, and also this color. Let me see. I love this palette. This is a beautiful, now it looks like the same shade, but it's not. But just have this in your crease and this one on your lid. I mean, that is so pretty. And you also have a little deeper, like a deeper corally shimmer as well. I mean, look at that. I hope you can see. Maybe you can't. But it is like a coral with a pinky golden shift, and it's absolutely stunning. I really need to have this in Shop My Stash. I think so. If you follow me on Instagram, I have started to like do a Shop My Stash small videos in Insta stories. So if you want to see what I use every week, you can just follow me there. But yeah, I think definitely this is going in Shop My Stash this week when I'm filming this. Well, I don't know. We'll see. But it's such a pretty palette, and I'm so happy I have it. But it's not discontinued. You can buy it from ColourPop, of course. But this one, though, is discontinued. This is the ColourPop My Little Pony palette. I got this from Paulina. I will leave her channel down below. I think this one is going on my Shop My Stash this week as well, because this is so pretty. This is spring. I mean, look at this shade. Look at this shade and look at this shade. These are, I mean, this one, come on. This is so pretty. And then you have a nice peachy matte, like a corally peach. Where is the other one? No, this one. And here you have like a corally pinky gold shimmer. I mean, these shades here, I would say these represent spring so well, and I get really happy when I look at this palette, and I actually get a lot of inspiration when I see this color story. So I'm really happy I have this, and I am going to have this in Shop My Stash. Definitely this one, because I really need to use it more. And I mean, the color story, as I said, is perfect. Next up, we also have a palette that has been discontinued, but if you have it, grab it now, because now when it's spring, because I think this is a perfect spring palette as well. This is the BH Cosmetic Weekend Festival, and I love this palette. I feel like I need to have this in Shop My Stash as well. Because you have a lot of spring colors here. If this isn't spring, I don't know. Because it feels like you have some deeper shade here as well. But I mean, you have a brown, you have this one purpley. But you have like this turquoisey, you have this spring like this green and this yellow, and let me see here, this pink is amazing. I mean, you can do such a cool looks with this palette. Can you see these swatches? These are amazing. This is a really nice spring shades to do like a spring look. And you can also do a little more deeper looks with this one as well. But I definitely think a lot of the shimmers are quite springery. Do you say springery? Quite like spring feeling to it. So I definitely think this is a perfect spring palette, and I will grab it as well because I have used this a lot, but I will use it again because I want to use the palettes I have. So this is perfect for me actually. When I'm just swatching and looking at all these palettes I have, I get really inspired again with all of these palettes, so I want to use them again. So I think that's pretty good to do these kinds of videos for me anyway. And maybe for you, because maybe you have these palettes and then you will fall in love with them again or realize how pretty they are, because there is a lot of pretty palettes out there and that we kind of forget if we have a lot of palettes. Me anyway, I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes, so some of them get a little bit lost in my collection, but I really try to look through my collection when I do shop my stash and look at the palettes and see what kind of palettes I want in my shop my stash. Anyways, let's move on, guys. Let's move on. This palette is a typical spring palette for me. Because this, look at the packaging. This is the Linda Hallberg Spectral palette, and I know a lot of people wasn't that impressed with this one because it was very expensive, and yeah, I like this. I mean, it's not the best palette I have in my collection, but I get really inspired when I open this actually, because I love these pastels right here. These pastels, pastel for me is spring. I mean, they are so pretty. Can you see? You get so happy when you look at these shades. And of course, if you're not into the shimmers here, you can grab another palette to put on your lid, because these two are satins, and if you're not into satin, if you want more foiled shadow, you can always grab another palette. That's what I think I will do. And this is a topper, so this is a blue that actually is more like a topper shade rather than like a shimmer, but it looks really pretty. Look at that. That is a pretty color though. And then you have a silver that is not that much spring to me, so I will use maybe these and just maybe this green, because this green is so pretty. But let's swatch that too actually. Yeah, that is a satin, but look at that. That is like a grass green color. That is really pretty. Maybe I will grab some singles in my single collection, single eyeshadow collection, because I have a lot of single eyeshadows and I have a lot of foiled single eyeshadows that I really like, and combine it with maybe these mattes in this palette, because I really like this palette. I do, but I haven't used it for quite some time now, and I feel like I really need to use my palettes. So, and I think maybe you are the same as me, that really need to cut down on buying things right now. So maybe you want to look through your collection and find some goodies there. Next up we have this one. I think this is definitely a spring palette in my opinion. Oh my god, how many times have I said spring? I will try not to say that anymore, but this is a spring palette video. So this is the Kaleidos makeup, and this is the Electro Turquoise, right? Electro Turquoise. Look at this palette. This feels so fresh now when spring is coming. I love turquoise shades. You have a very pastel-y light turquoise shade, and you have a darker one here to deepen up, and then you have this bright orange. That is a pretty color. This is insane. This shimmer and this shimmer is out of this world. I mean, Kaleidos is absolutely an amazing brand, because they do such a good quality of shimmers and mattes, and yeah, the packaging as well. I mean, look at that. That is a turquoise with almost like a golden shift, it seems like. And this is more like a very glittery white based shimmer with like a golden shift, or yeah, something like that. But they are amazing. If you put this on your lid, you will look like $1 million, I will tell you that. I really like this palette, and I had it in my Shop My Stash for a while ago, and I did some pretty amazing looks with it. The other one is also from Kaleidos. So this is the other one. This is the Futurism VR Neon. This is how this one looks. I mean, look at this. This is almost like summer, but also spring. And you have this like bright yellow, orange, and red, and then you have a green here as well. That is also a very pretty one. I mean, you can combine these two and have this one on your lid. That will be very pretty as well. But anyway, these shimmers are also out of this world. This is a pink one, and this is like a, let me swatch it before I say anything. Yeah, it's like a orangey gold yellowish shade, and it's also an amazing color. And yeah, this is just super pretty, and it's a very neon-y, the mattes, but I really like that. So what else do we have? Yeah, we have this palette. This I have been enjoying so much. This is like a hidden gem. Do you say that? Like a hidden treasure in my collection that I have found, and it's the Deuce palette from Juvia's Place. I love this palette right now. I really love this. I have done some amazing looks with this one. I think this is a great palette for spring. You have this beautiful pink right here. You have this one, these three mattes. They are so good, and I have no problem with this palette. Look at that. That is so pretty. And then you have the shimmers. Oh my god. The shimmers in this one are amazing. This is a duochrome, so you can have inner corner highlight. This is a bubblegum pink, and this is a green, like a very springy green color. I mean, I don't have the words. I mean, look at that. That is so pretty. I love this palette, and I love to combine it as well with other palettes. I combined it I had it in my Shop My Stash, and I had also the Saharan 2 that I was combining these two with, and I absolutely love this palette. It is so pretty, and I am so inspired when I look at this. So this is definitely a spring palette to me. Next up, we also have a Juvia's Place palette. This is the Zulu palette. This is a very colorful palette. This gives me like summer vibes, but also spring, because you have these bright yellow oranges, you have a teal, and like a blue, a green, a pink, and this one is so pretty as well. It's a pink with a golden shift. This is very pretty, and I also get very inspired to look at this. But another palette that is very similar to this one that I have been loving, I have a one palette two looks on this. It's the Max Up the Makeup Ready Set Summer. Oh my god, this is a summer palette, but also a spring palette. Oh my god, look at that. This is so pretty, and I'm so happy when I open this up, and it's such a good quality. I love the looks I did with this one in the one palette two looks. I have used this off camera as well. Love it. I am weak for this kinds of shimmers, so this is a palette for me. Do I have any space left? Yeah, here. Look at that turquoisey blue, look at that yellow gold, and look at that green. I mean, doesn't this just makes you happy? It makes me happy, so happy. And the mattes are so pretty as well. This is insane. This red, I have to swatch it. This red is kind of like, I mean, the reddest red on this planet. Like, come on. This red is so, so good. I like this a lot. And also you have a matte yellow that I really, really enjoy, because if you have a red and you have a yellow, you can mix them and there will be an orange as well. But you have also orange here. And you have like a plummy purpley shade here. This one though, I would prefer to have another shade here. And then you have like a really deep dark navy blue to deepen up the look with. And this is such a good palette. It's so tiny and small, and I just adore that little palette. And yeah, guys, this was the palette I want to show you that inspires me when spring comes. And as I said, a few of them are new in my collection and new for this spring. So I'm super excited to have some of them in my Shop My Stash and just make some really nice, maybe pastel-y, colorful looks, and also a little more toned down, of course, but you know, just have like a little spring vibe, because we really need that right now. We really need positivity, and we need like, yeah, it just makes me happy with makeup. That's what I'm trying to say. And spring makes me happy, these colors makes me happy. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up for this video if you liked it, and leave a comment down below. Do you have like a spring palette that I didn't mention that is your favorite? I would really want to know your spring palettes, your favorite spring palette. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would be super happy if you did. Just click on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell. Then you will be notified every time I upload a new video. And I upload Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, guys. So I really hope I see you in my next one. Take care. Bye.